Hiya folks, my name's Luke, welcome back to Radford Creations and welcome back to my workshop. So in last week's video, as part of our How to Start Blacksmithing series, we spoke about hammers and what hammers you specifically need to start blacksmithing. In that video I warned you that you don't need to rush out and spend 50 to 100 to 200 pounds on a special rounding blacksmithing hammer. They're way over expensive, and unless you've got the money, you don't really need them. You can go out to, as I keep saying, to a car boot. I spent £2 British pounds on this hammer and it has never done me wrong. But that's got me thinking, what if we can turn this cheap cross-peen hammer into something that costs more, like 50 to 100 pounds? What if we can turn it into something that's better for blacksmithing? What if we can turn this into something completely unique and bespoke, which is exactly what we do here at Radford Creations. So that's what we're going to do today. Let's get started, shall we? Right, so as you can see, we've got it bolted into the vise. First thing I want to do is I want to round off these edges. When you have edges like this and you do a miss hit and you strike on the corner, it just marks your workpiece, and those marks can be quite difficult to get out, especially if you're doing strong hammer blows. So on a rounded hammer, it's a really sort of rounded face, and we want to try and replicate that as much as possible. I've got a 80 grit flat disc on the angle grinder, and we're going to see how we get on. Might need to switch to a grinding disc, but let's see what happens. Rightio then folks, so this is where we're at. We've taken all the horrible black finish off it. The only thing I couldn't get to was just in there. I managed to get most of it out, but as you can see, the face is now a rounded face. Taken these sharp edges off, so that if we do a miss strike, we're going to hit on the nice rounded edge and not mark our material as much, a bit like a rounding hammer. So what we're going to do now is take a look at the handle. We're going to get some sandpaper and just sandpaper the handle down to get all this this varnishy finish off, which isn't great for gripping onto. Still got the sticker from where I brought it, but yeah, so let's get that sorted. So back in the vise. This time, however, we've got two little bits of leather just holding it in the vise. That's just to stop the teeth of the vise damaging the hammerhead itself and costing us clean-up work later. So what we're going to do is take some sandpaper and try and sand this down, get this varnish off it. So I've got this new stuff, Oakley Superflex cloth back abrasive. I found it in Wix's. Comes in a big roll, as you can see. And we'll see how it gets on. Oh wow. Don't want to take too much off. So you just want to take it down so that shiny abrasiveness comes, shiny like varnish comes off it. Don't want to take too much off the handle, otherwise it will get a bit too small. Right folks, so that sandpaper works fantastically, highly recommended. So you can see the all that varnish is off now. We've put some vinyl transfers on, ready to be electro-etched, which we're going to go do now. And that's about it. I'm not going to go through the electro-etching because I went through it in my restoring a old British Army machete video. If you haven't seen that, go check it out, and I'll go through the sort of ins and outs of electro-etching. But yeah, like I said, I won't go through that now. I'll join you when I'm done. So I'll see you in a little bit, guys. then folks, all we've done then is we used the matte gas torch on the handle, gave it that really nice black finish, brings out all the grain. We don't need to paint it, it still has that solid wood feeling that we want, that we easy to hold on to for a good hammer, but makes it look a lot cooler. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do a quick paracord wrap around the top of the hammer just to make it look better. Then we want to fill the hole at the top, and we're done. So right then folks, I've never done this before in my life, so bear with me. I think if we make a simple knot at the top, let's put the other way so it comes up. All we've done is made a simple knot at the top, and then we can just wrap this round, keeping it tight all the way. Coming out alright, to be fair. Read it on the twice. All. Should try this thing where they burn it. I don't even know what happens when they burn it. Worth a go in it. I think that is. Move your hand, Luke. Idiot. Okay, it turns into like a plasticky, melted plastic sort of thing. Which probably won't slip out. Wow, yes. Look at that now. This is starting to look really cool. In fact, see it, good grip when you choke up now. Yes. Right guys, all I want to do now is fill this ugly hole at the top, and I'm going to fill it with epoxy, which isn't going to be the best thing if I ever need to replace the handle. However, I want it to look good, so screw it, let's get it done. Right, so as normal, we've got the 5-minute epoxy to equal blobs, and we're going to use some pigment in here to colour it. Not done this before with 5-minute epoxy, so I've no idea how this is going to turn out. I'm going to stick with the green. Right, let's see how this goes. Oh yeah, it's not too bad actually. Alright then. This could go very messy. Sorry guys, you probably can't see very much yet. Get a look at that. So all we're going to do is sit and wait for this to harden, so I'll check back when it has gone. Oh yeah folks, we are now 100% done. We have taken that very cheap hammer that we brought at a car boot for £2 and we've turned it into this bespoke blacksmithing tool. We have rounded the edges off, so if we do have a misstrike, it's going to mark the edges less when we're actually working. We've taken that horrible black powder coat finish off, so it's now the metal colour. We electro engraved the edges with my logo and company name. Can you see that in the light? There you go. We sanded the horrible varnish off the handle and blackened it with a matte gas torch, and then applied a paracord wrap for more grip at the top of the handle. And then we filled the top with some sparkly green epoxy that matches the paracord colour. So there you have it, guys. We've taken a £2, when I say £2, a £2 British hammer, turned it into something you might be able to sell for, I don't know, £50, £100, depending on how flush you're feeling. So yeah, I think we've done a good job here, guys. Completely bespoke item. Taken me, I don't know, a couple of hours to do. And it just goes to show you don't need to rush out and buy these super expensive hammers. Go and buy a cheap one. Make it yourself. So guys, that's it for today. Next video, we are turning more useless scrap into useful and sellable items. And that's it. Please like, comment and subscribe. And I hope to see you next time, guys. Goodbye.